Welcome to Charging Ahead with Utilicast, the podcast where we deep dive into the dynamic world of energy, technology, and the innovative solutions that make our world a better place. I'm your host, Trent, and today we'll be discussing outage management. Outage management can mean different things across the utility ecosystem. Today, we want to take some time to clarify the outage management function across regional reliability entities, transmission and generation operators, and distribution utilities. We are joined by Adam Burns and Jamie Howard, who will help explain the differences between outage management across these four entities. Adam, please start off by sharing how outages are managed by regional reliability entities like ISOs, RTOs, and reliability coordinators.
So regional reliability typically implement the same generation and transmission outage management vendor solutions that a lot of our clients use. And really what it is that utilities, generation, and transmission providers that are within the area that the regional reliability serves require those providers to report certain planned and unplanned events to them that meet certain thresholds. So say you had some planned work that's going to start a month from now, then when that month from now becomes today and the event's actually going to start, you actually formally communicate to the regional reliability organization that yes, this event is actually starting, and similar at the conclusion of the event that the event is actually ending.
That was a helpful overview of the regional reliability process of outage management. How do generation and transmission operators interact with the regional reliability entity?
So on the generation side, I'll start there. So it's on the plan side, it's cross-organizational planning of generation events. And for example, regular maintenance, overhauls, upgrades, things of that nature. And there's typically several different teams at a client that are involved with that. And they're evaluating it based on economic and reliability impacts. And then assuming that goes well, then the event would get scheduled. So there's a lot of communication that happens both inside the system in terms of maintaining expectations of restoration and outside of the system. So if something is about to go wrong, which is often the case, that's when the phones start ringing from the plants to say like system operations, so they could start to prepare and really figure out what does this mean for their resource plan.
With that being said, please explain transmission to us.
We can have planned events such as line rebuilds, and there's also forced events. There's quite a list of what can go wrong, everything from wildlife making its way into a transformer and getting to experience that high side voltage, to two-lane highways in remote areas where a truck veers off the road. They often need to kind of go through a study process from engineering, and that typically involves actually both planned and unplanned events, because when those types of things happen, they need to figure out the implications that has on the system and how to deal with it. There is quite a bit of similarities in terms of generation and transmission outage management. A big difference is also the FERC standards of conduct restrict access to transmission outages. So you're certainly not going to have a merchant involved. Not only are they not allowed to know the details of it, they're certainly not allowed to evaluate the economic impacts that it has on their system.
Thanks, Adam, for that overview of how outage management works across the bulk power system. Now, let's talk with Jamie about how outage management is used to identify and manage outages for end-use customers like you and me.
If you're a customer and you report an outage, that gets fed into the OMS prediction engine, which works on a distribution connectivity model. It predicts where your outage is. It can communicate that prediction out to customers, receive text messages. There can be public outage maps that are required almost at every utility. How many outages are there? How many people are affected by each outage? What is the estimated time of restoration? In some cases, have they sent a crew? Have they not sent a crew yet? Outage data touches many systems in the utility. Utilities are required to report their reliability metrics, KD, SAIFI, SAIDI, to the PUC, and that data comes from the distribution OMS.
Thank you, Jamie. And thanks again, Adam, both of you, for your simplified explanation of those different outage management areas. And thank you for tuning in to Charging Ahead with Utilicast. We'll see you again soon.